So real quick video. I'm going to do a full video, but we're on the upside down. And that's it. I don't know if you guys ever watch Stranger Things, but I had this revelation yesterday that we're in the upside down. And I've always felt that Elon Musk has a God simulator, like a Mercury retrograde simulator. I know it sounds crazy, but go watch Stranger Things. I have compared what we're going through to that show and what's happening in the show for quite a while. And I know a lot of people, a lot of psychics talk about timeline change. I believe that, and I believe in different realities. I completely believe that. But I feel like, and I just saw 44, it really resonated with me yesterday that what we're going through and why, one day we'll say, the cards say this, the next day they say something different, or the rods say this, the next day something different, and the things that we predict, the things that we know in our heart are true, intuitively, psychically, that our guides tell us. Our guides aren't wrong. The guides aren't wrong. There is a reality, and there's also a reality. And yeah, did Trump get, is he in office? Did he get coronated? Yes, but as my guide said, illegitimate. And the real winner was Kamala. But here's the thing. There's that reality. And that is the reality we're in right now, unfortunately. And I said, for the last few months, we're on that track. That's the train that's going to head to the station, unless somebody does something really brave and, incredible, which nobody did. But there's also the reality of she won. And she's supposed to be our president. And in so many ways, she is our president. She's my president. And anyway, go watch Stranger Things. What we're going through is what that show talks about. We get flipped. You notice how one day we're up and everything's right and everything's right. And the next day it's all upside down and we get flipped into the upside down. We're in the upside down. Crazy theory, but I've said it for quite a while. And so go watch that show or read up on the show. You'll understand what I'm talking about. We're in the upside down. Now, how do we fix that? Like, I feel like we need an energy sensing machine of this day, they switched, like Leland switched the energy. This day, Leland put us in the upside down. In that show, it all goes back to the country with R. And there's a whole bunch of lore and, things like Demogorgon and, all these monsters and all these things. But mark my words, we keep getting put into the upside down. And that's us light workers. The thing about it is, people to say, you psychics were all wrong, which I understand. But again, how do you think the psychics feel? How do you think the readers feel? How do you think that, and it's all, to me, this is all to make people turn away from the light, because the light is the truth. The truth is Kamala won, and she's supposed to be our president. The false truth is that we're supposed to follow Trump. Now, as we know, he's leading us into a world of hate. He's leading us into our ego, to be chained to our ego so bad that we don't even listen to bishops telling us to have mercy, that we're not supposed to be led by love, which is the light. The false truth is our ego telling us that there's justification for hate. Well, their parents came here, blah, 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 illegally, so it's okay. It's okay. No, that's being chained to your ego. That's being chained to the devil. That's being chained to the dark. The light is the truth. The light is the only truth, the only law, the only way. So whatever reality is, the truth is the light. And I feel like Leland wants to keep flipping us into the upside down, where we're led by ego. I know it sounds crazy. I know. But seriously, go watch that show. I really believe that we're being flipped into the upside down. And one thing that us light workers can do here is to find out how to manipulate the energy back into the light. And so maybe we should all watch that show and see what 11 did. Of course, it was a huge battle, but it's always a battle. I don't know if you guys know this, but every day that you're here on Earth and you're fighting against the dark, you're fighting a spiritual battle every day. It just happens to be really bad right now and really concentrated here in America. But there's not a day that goes by here on Earth that us humans aren't fighting a spiritual battle of dark and light. The dark is the absence of love, the absence of truth, the absence of humanity, of compassion, of free will. That's what the dark is. It's not a color. It's an absence of colors is what it is. Because in real truth, color is soaking up, like, let's say black would soak up all the colors, and if you put a prism up to the light is all the colors. That's God. The divine is light. It's all the colors. Dark, true darkness is the absence of light. No color, no soul, no love, no compassion, no truth. That's what we're being led by right now in the Upside Down. The Demogorgon is Frump, and they're trying to justify kidnapping children. As if there's any justification for that. This has been a week of hell on Earth for us empaths, and for them. I mean, there's no hell that I can compare in my life to what they're going through. Only that as an empath, it really is hell. But nothing compares to the hell they're going through of fear and their innocence being destroyed. But that's what the dark loves to do. By the way, 45, those last 4 years where he was being held accountable legally, which he avoided, because he doesn't want to save his soul. It would have saved his soul. But as a narcissist, he did not have any victim food. And what he loves as a narcissist is to feed off fear, sadness, shame, etc. And now that he's back, illegally, illegitimately, the reason why he's signing all those so fast, all those executive orders of hate, 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 and to take all the money away from everyone, all the programs of love. He's food from all the victims. And children taking innocent, easy targets, like Jim Jones, killing off the children first. That's what Frump is doing. Food for his narcissistic soul. He's just gobbling it up. And he feels so much better now, right? In his narcissistic soul, he's getting all this food. The rest of us who are, because there's the narcissist and the empath, the dark and the light, we're the empaths, and we're suffering appropriately. It hurts. I ain't crying. I'm mad. I'm mad. And I want to fight for the light. Fight for the children. Keep these Democrats held accountable to keep the laws in place. We have a constitution. We have laws. We do not treat human beings as if they're not humans. We treat everyone with dignity. We have due process. You don't just go in a school, and that's what they're doing. I know they tried to say afterwards, oh, it was just, they were responding to some threat. No, it was the ICE, and they were testing to see if they can get by with it, and then they plan on doing it on Monday. Mark my words. You have to have a judge sign off. You have to have all legal process going on, and I'll tell you what, everyone, all of a sudden, doesn't know what the Constitution is, doesn't know what America is. All they know is hate. And hate is a rot, like I wrote in my community page. It's a rot. Like apples rotting each other up until there's nothing but black mush. That's what MAGA, that's what Frump, that's what they're a rot of hate. They're chained to their ego. The devil is whispering in their ear, it's okay to hate because, but it's not. And Bishop Booty, who's now an archbishop, the Pope said he relegated her up to archbishop. Thank you. The reason why they're so uncomfortable and so mad at her is because she made them feel guilty which is what we're supposed to do when you go into a church or a spiritual teaching. You're supposed to feel guilty, and then you're supposed to be taught how to be a better human being, to rise up to your higher self, to rise up to the divine, to be better, to not be chained to your ego, to not listen to your ego. You're supposed to feel guilty. You're supposed to feel uncomfortable every day of your life and go, am I a good person? Am I doing the right thing? Am I using compassion? Love is the only law. Love is the only way. Hate is not the law. And the reason why we have a constitution in this land is so that we don't fall into our ego. So we don't fall into hate and justifying everything with hate. No, that is not America. And I've said before that America is a beacon into the rest of the world. And people say, well, how can you say that when you did what you did to the Native Americans? Because every day we are trying to be better people. Yes, we have made mistakes. We're trying to be better. That's called evolution. We don't just stay in our bad behavior. We don't justify our bad behavior. Every day we fight against it and try to be